That sea of gold helmets is as familiar as any sight in college football. But this year, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame are seeking a new identity. Heisman Trophy winner Tim Brown has said goodbye. But waiting in the wings is a crop of players expected to write the next chapter in South Bend. Coach Lou Holtz is going to open a new season tonight against one of Notre Dame's arch rivals as the Irish begin a new year under the glow of the Golden Dome. For a century, the Michigan Wolverines have been doing battle with Notre Dame. And in recent years, they have embodied the tough personality of their coach, Bo Schembechler. He's back again with new vigor and a veteran defense that just may challenge for a championship if they can soar to victory against Notre Dame tonight. It's one of college football's greatest matchups. Michigan against Notre Dame here on CBS. Sports welcomes you to College Football 1988. Our scene is South Bend, Indiana. It was 6 years ago when these same two schools played the first night game ever at Notre Dame. The crowd that night, 59,075, a sellout. The same number that we'll have here tonight as Notre Dame will sell out for the 177th time. And the matchup is a great one. Michigan and Notre Dame coming up. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome. I'm Brent Musburger. The post-Tim Brown era at Notre Dame. Whom will Lou Holtz turn to tonight? Ricky Waters goes outside to that familiar flanker spot. But let's bring in my colleague now, Pat Hayden, because we want to talk about the man who is really under the gun, and that's their young quarterback, Tony Rice.
Well, you know, a year ago, he was a first-year player playing on a very experienced offensive team, but now he's got a good offensive line, a new offensive line in front of him, new wide receiver. So he's going to have to provide the spark that Tim Brown did a year ago. And Brent, I think this is going to be a good offensive team down the road, but until that time, it's going to be the Tony Rice show.
Pat, there is another quarterback story at Michigan. Demetrius Brown was their starter a year ago, but he ran into academic difficulties. He's here tonight. He's eligible. He can play, but he will not start. And Bo Schembechler has turned this team over to Michael Taylor.
And Michael Taylor has been around. He's been around 4 years. He's a senior now, and he started 2 games a year ago. He's more of a runner than he is a thrower, a good, very good option runner. And what he has to do is not make the mistakes tonight. He doesn't have to carry the team because he's got a very good offensive line in front of him and a very quick defense.
And as you know, Pat, better than anyone, a quarterback is no better than his offensive line. And here tonight, Michigan holds a big edge in that particular category. It's a gorgeous sight, isn't it? Notre Dame Stadium ready for a night game between the Fighting Irish and the Wolverines. Take a look at the college football record book. The two winningest programs of all time. The Irish 78%, the Wolverines 74%. The coaching matchup tonight is a dandy. Lou Holtz of Notre Dame on the left, his 3rd year, and he goes against Bo Schembechler. What a story he is. Last December, there were doubts that he would ever coach again after he underwent his 2nd open heart surgery. He's back now with vigor, and no man personifies the coach quite like Bo Schembechler.
No man is more important than the team. No coach is more important than the team. The team, the team, the team. My immediate reaction was, I just hope I live through this thing, but it looks like my career's over. And when I came out of the operation, and in the press conference, I heard the doctor saying, yes, he'll coach again. You can't believe how that made me feel.
And here come Bo and the Wolverines spilling out onto the floor of Notre Dame Stadium in their beautiful natural grass playing surface. His 20th year. Hostilities broke out a little early here tonight. For that story, down to John Dockery.
Brent, you talk about a ticking time bomb. That's what this is. You mentioned there was already a skirmish. The Michigan players were leaving the field. They crossed the path of the Notre Dame players. There was some brushing, some forearms were thrown, there was some pushing and shoving. The coaches had to separate the two teams and send them back into the locker room. The crowd got hostile, the players are short-tempered. This place is ready to explode.
inside the tunnel. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, the '88 version, ready to spill out onto the field with Coach Holtz. Michigan and Notre Dame. It's a matchup that starts the blood tingling, and we'll be coming back with the kickoff.
CBS Sports presents college football. Live from Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the Michigan Wolverines versus the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Tonight's CFA game is sponsored by New Extra Gold Draft in bottles and cans. The one with a full tilt taste. Toyota, there's quality. Who could ask for anything more? And by UPS for overnight delivery from coast to coast. UPS runs the tightest ship in the shipping business.